So we are in beautiful Mammoth Lakes, California, in the Sierra Mountains. We've got an awesome campsite here, and we're spending some time fishing and riding with the Warfighter crew. Earlier this year, our boys Jeremy and Jason Merrill of UTV Wolfpack connected with the Warfighter Made guys, and they then connected Warfighter with Polaris. And Polaris reached out to us and was like, hey, why don't you guys do this cool project with Warfighter this year? You guys should go do something with them. And it's not your typical, oh, go cover this race, or hey, we're gonna go to this event. It's like, you're gonna go do something special with some wounded veterans who are a part of an organization who need to raise awareness to help these guys coming back from war with serious injuries, both mental and physical.
Warfighter as a group, to me, is now a family. You know, we've known these guys for a couple of years. You look at the whole broad spectrum of things, and you see the other injured vets, and you just want to help. You want to help them out because they're over there and they're sacrificing for your freedom. Warfighter, in general, kind of pulls people back so that they can relate with each other, to bring people out recreationally and do the things that they used to, you know, love to do, maybe as a child, maybe before, you know, they got injured and stuff like that. And I think that's where this has kind of presented itself.
Brian, Butch, and I started Warfighter Made to help, to give back, to let injured warfighters who had lost something, let them know that it's not about what you lost, it's about what you have left. And I didn't think that it would morph into this. Recreational therapy is in our mission statement, but we always looked at it more like, hey, we're gonna get everybody involved to do this common build to modify and adapt and customize this injured warfighter's vehicle. That was our mentality. But then we got introduced into the off-road world by Adam Fitz at Dynamic Off-Road, and it just completely embraced us 100%. And we're home with these guys at UTV Wolfpack, and we're home with Bill Belansky and Kryptonite Industries, and all these guys that are just constantly stepping up to say, hey, we appreciate what you guys have done for us, and we want to know how we can help. And it's awesome.
I saw vehicles as a way to not even the tables, like we were talking about. When you get in a Polaris and I get in a Polaris, it doesn't really matter. The Razor 1000s that we receive from Polaris allow us to show guys that, hey, come on out, check these vehicles out, and let us just show you a good time. And we really don't, I mean, I had no idea what we were getting into. I know it's pristine up here, but once again, it's just, these guys get in the vehicles and I don't know what, and then you start seeing all this stuff, and you're like, whoa. It's just having access to that type of equipment. And then these guys, we would love to be able to provide that kind of access. Getting in those cars is freedom. It allows you to do everything that, well, anybody else can do behind the wheel.
The Razors they're a lot more capable than I took them for. You know, when you get on these trails and you see some of these rocks and you're like, oh shit, I'm about to fill that one, and then you go over and it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad, you know, that wasn't anything. Went right over it, you know, or, you know, it hugs the ground, you know, when you're taking these tight turns, and it makes it simple.
It's amazing what those things can really take. I mean, I am so amazed that you can run over these rocks at 50 miles an hour and it just goes doo, 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 doo. And you're like, wait, nothing's broken? I'm still alive? You know, I didn't flip, or, you know, came around a corner on one time and didn't make it, and guess what? I was right through all these big bushes and it just, whoa, monstered right through it, you know. I'm totally sold on the Polaris Racer.
What's great about our recreational therapy is that they're focused on the task at hand, so they're forgetting about their stressors, they're forgetting about their triggers. now the guys are, they're all getting together and they're talking about, hey, did you see when I did this, or did you see when I did that? You come out here and you look at all this and you're hanging out with guys that have a little bit of understanding what you've gone through. And, they just want to do whatever's within their power to let you enjoy yourself for a little while. And, that's what really Warfighter Made's striving to do is link up with fantastic, companies, organizations, to really reach out to these men and women and let them know that, hey, we have an understanding how you feel. Let us show you a different feeling.
We're real close, so she looks massive.
Are you cutting it away from yourself?
I never imagined being 7,000 feet up a mountain that I would have had to either climb or, some other way to get up here that would have probably been pretty difficult. Versus, in the Razor, it's just hitting the gas pedal when you're there. So yeah, but for me, coming up here, it was just more of an eye-opening kind of thing. Today this shit exists, and it's only like 6 hours away from where I live. So what else is there?
Yeah, I hope somebody else has headlights on the front of their car, because I don't.
Let's open the fish bike. It'd be a perfect day. Fish.
Recreational therapy plays a big role in my recovery. It focuses me in the gym and the monotonous stuff that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I always took that stuff and was like, I'm doing this so that I can get outside and I don't have to spend my entire time in the Razor. I can get out and I can walk around. I can pull my prosthetics off and jump in the water. It's about what you got left, it's not what you lost.
Well, that's dangerous. Brian Meyer, yes.
When I met Warfighter Made, they started inviting me, and not only did I like going places with them, being invited, but I like hanging out with them. And so to me, it was like really helped me out. That's just a way to release and kind of come back down to where you need to be. And even if you don't think you really like doing it, try it. And basically, by doing that, you're breaking that cycle of just saying no, no, no. And so I think once they would come out by telling them, hey, do it, they would open them up to coming out again and again and again, and just finally saying, man, you're right. I just gotta go.
22 veterans committing suicide every day. If I can stop one person from doing that, to me, that's worth it. I mean, it really is. And that's what we're kind of going out and striving to do.
I may not have really understood the seriousness or the heaviness of the situation prior to coming here, but then after sitting around a campfire for a few nights and listening to their stories, you quickly realize that everything else that you go through in life is trivial, UTV Underground's a platform for a lot of things. We haven't yet used it to really build awareness for something as important as this. So I think that's probably the most special part about this whole trip, is what we'll take away from it and do moving forward now.